So here we are for the Bionic Boxing Barber. We're in Salisbury. I just managed to catch a moment with Neil. Neil, your boys are fighting out of Bulkington. You're the coach there. Lovely to meet you.
Yeah. Hello, Clint. Nice to meet you as well.
Buddy.
Yeah, I've got my son on today with his first 5-2 title fight.
Yeah.
He's won a couple of 4-round title fights before, so this is his first step up to 5-2s. Chris Twynham, he's got a couple of belts on some of the promotions. He's done 5-2s regularly before. Yeah. He's looking for his third bout today.
Yeah.
And I've got another lad called James Harborne who's fighting over 3 rounds today. Took it this morning because we've had a pull out on the show, so we've come down with an extra lad.
Yeah. You're fighting on the road. You brought a few lads. Josh, 19 years old, your son, stepping up to 5 rounds.
Yes.
I'm guessing you're not worried about his stamina, but how do you think he'll fare with 5 rounds today?
As I say, he's stepped up his training over the last year. He's done plenty of 4-round fights now, so that extra round ain't going to really affect us. I mean, sometimes he gets them out there earlier than that anyway, so he's a bit of an handful. Yeah. He's coming on and he's improving all the time, so yeah.
I can see you got a bit of a twinkle in your eye when you talk about your lad, because he's turned out everything you thought he would be and more.
Yeah, definitely. But, 2 years ago I didn't think that way. It's been the last 2 years he's come into his own. Yeah. He's found the boxing family. Yeah. And he's just going from strength to strength now, you know what I mean? So, really pleased with him.
And I think that's a story with a lot of young fighters, a lot of young people. If you can steer them and just, bring the horse to water, and then they can get something out of it and they can really excel.
Yeah, definitely, mate. The boxing's got a lot to answer for with the gym life, the clean life. They can take different paths, can't they, you know? And, I mean, I owe boxing my life as well, I've boxed all my life. And at your lowest times, the gym's a good release. Pulls you back round. Yeah.
We're talking off camera there. We're both of a certain age where we've been around boxing and we know certain people in boxing. And where do you think boxing's going now? Because we've seen it years ago in the 80s and 90s, and this white collar, unlicensed, if you like, is it's taking off all over the country, and it has been for some years now.
Well, what I did think about it, I thought the amateurs side of things got the knickers in a twist about it, really, because it took a lot of the fighters off them. But a lot of the fighters in this game ain't really sometimes good enough to be amateur, because it's such a tough sport, that amateur game. Yeah. I think there's a good place for it. There's a lot of charity work done involved in it, and I think it is growing from strength to strength. And you see ex-pros coming in, ex-amateurs now, even dropping the amateurs to come into this. Yeah. Because there's different levels in this game. Yeah. And there's low level white collar and high level. Yeah. We're in the high level end now, and that's I think it's a good thing.
I think we both know that a lot of the amateur coaches have always been worried about having white collar lads around the gym and being associated with it. I don't think that's as much now, because we want the gyms to be full of people boxing.
Yes. I mean, my amateur club's packed to the rafters. We've got 40 registered boxers. We've got pros in there. We've got the current Mceniry champion, River Wilson Bent, fights out of Bulkington as well. Callum Samari Singh, who's unbeaten as well. So what we tend to do at our gym, the amateurs have their days and sessions, and we have ours. Yeah. And everybody's got their own day. Right. Now and again they'll be mixing in. Yeah. Not normally the amateurs, but the pros and the white collar, we all mixed with them. Yeah. So I think that it's good that we all mix in. Yeah. They all learn off each other.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I'm a champion of women's boxing, as you probably heard, and it's well been documented with myself and my team. Yeah. Women coming into the sport. I think women's boxing personally has got better because there's more gyms like yours and everybody else's. They're opening the door to women, and they're sparring. They're not just training alongside the guys. They're sparring with real top lads.
Yeah, listen, the women's games come on leaps and bounds. I mean, they are just as good as the lads. And a new starter, you'll find a female adapts to things a bit quicker than some of the men. Yeah. They're good learners.
They're a bit more switched on.
They're switched on. They're good learners, and we've got some great white collar girls back in Coventry with. Oh God, I forgot her name now. Shannon Caulfield. Yeah. She's fantastic. Right, okay. Real unbeaten. She had 13 amateurs. Yeah. She's had 3 white collar now unbeaten. Yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean, it's strength for strength, and the professional game, that's just another level now, isn't it, with the female?
I think you're in a great position there in Bulkington because obviously I'm from Leicestershire, but you're right in the middle of obviously Leicester, Birmingham, Coventry. I know Cov really well, and there's some what you call rough estates around Coventry, and that's a building block for people coming and challenging themselves, getting into the sport.
Yeah, but that's it. Our gym's mixed. Got a mixture. We've got Nuneaton, Bedworth, Coventry. We've always had that mix.
Yeah.
Our gym's got quite a good name. We've been going over 35 years now.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? We've we're an established club. Yeah. And with myself, Sammy Gorman, ex-professional, T-Bag there. I've got a good team of coaches around me. We're ex-professionals as well, with Sean McCurvey. Yeah. So we're all one big happy family, really, and it's good. It's good, and the lads are getting the results. So,
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me, because I know you're busy with the lads. You've got your son here.
Yes.
I hope I see you further on down the road. I wish you all success with what you're doing. I mean, you're long in the tooth and you've been doing it a long time. But you see the game evolving, and you've got to evolve with it, haven't you?
Definitely, mate. And that's what we're doing. As I say, we're not just a team that just sits on home shows, because there's plenty of them in Coventry, by the way. Plenty. Yeah. I put an annual show on every year at the Hilton Hotel in Coventry. Yeah. But there's probably 10 shows a year in Coventry. I could just sit pretty on them. I like to go out with the lads, testing the lads away from home. And we'll keep doing that.
Yeah. No, thanks. Like and subscribe to the Bionic Boxing Barber. It's lovely to make your acquaintance. Thank you.
Mate.
Cheers.
Cheers,
thanks for your time.